Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Butterfly Spirit 314. So guys, today what I want to do is I want to talk to you about the foods that you can eat to get natural sources of vitamin A into your diet. This is going to be for those of us who don't just want to, just ingest vitamin A pills. Maybe we want to take a break from taking vitamin A pills, and maybe we want to just get natural sources of vitamin A in our diets. And a lot of times your medical doctors and other medical professionals are going to recommend that you get natural sources of vitamins into your diet as opposed to just taking a bunch of pills, right? And so, getting those natural sources of vitamin A can make it easier on your body, I think, to take them in. Now pills, I don't know the amount of risk with pills, but sometimes people can get tired of taking pills, as often as they do. You know what I'm saying? It can kind of get repetitive. But the good thing about if you eat natural sources of vitamin A, the good thing is you can change up the foods that you're eating so you can enjoy them, okay? So guys, what I want to do is I want to start off by talking about what vitamin A does, and then I'll go from there. So what I will say is when you go to the store and you see a bottle of vitamin A, okay? When you see that bottle of vitamin A, what you need to understand is the pills, the little tablets that are in that bottle that you think are just vitamins are actually pre-vitamins. So pre-vitamins are going to be substances that come from plants that are extracted out of plants, that of course science has identified as, the pre-vitamin A. And then that's converted into a vitamin A pill, which is just a pre-vitamin A pill. And then once the pre-vitamin A pill gets into your body, then your body is going to convert it to vitamin A, and then it's going to go ahead and store it. Okay. So just wanted to kind of give you that little rundown before I started, because that's something a lot of people don't know. Okay, so what does vitamin A even do for your body? Why do we even need vitamin A? So what vitamin A does is vitamin A is good for helping to treat some disorders that we have in our eyes. It helps with preventing things like night blindness. There are people who they can't drive at night because if they get outside and they drive at night, they won't be able to see. And it's not their fault. It's just that when they get out there and they're driving, they just can't do it, and they can't deal with it. A lot of times it's good for, people who experience this to have someone else in the car with them, so that somebody else can drive for them, and things like that. And vitamin A also helps to prevent there being the color of purple in your eyes and stuff like that too. A lot of times with vitamin A, of course, you take it so that your vision can be, as good as it can be, and so you can see what you need to see, focus on what you need to focus on, and everything like that. Okay. Vitamin A is also really good for helping to promote bone growth. It helps with your teeth, in terms of your teeth growing and developing. And it also helps with a very important part of all of us, which is reproduction. So very important. So it helps for our reproductive organs. So we definitely want to have that. Okay. Vitamin A also helps us to maintain healthy skin, hair, and mucous membranes. So I guess mucus is going to be the mucus that's inside, I think you'd say like the mucus inside. There's different types of mucus, I guess, in your body, but most prevalent, most people would usually say like if the snot that comes out of your nose and stuff like that. But remember, vitamin A helps to form and maintain skin, hair, and the mucous membranes. Okay. Um, Vitamin A is also good. It helps your body. It helps your body to resist things that can make it sick, and it helps. It helps you to fight against infections. Like, um, it helps you to fight against infections and stuff like that that you can come across. So I guess it would help you to ward off against those germs that you can come across, like free radicals and things like that as you're outside, and allergens and all that stuff. Okay? So vitamin A is super important. I think it's very important, for all the things that I just named. We need those things to be healthy, right? We definitely need those things. We need to have, nourishment for our eyes. We need to make sure we have healthy and strong bones. We need to make sure our teeth are healthy and strong, okay? We need a strong reproductive system so that, we can make sure that our reproductive system is operating correctly and stuff like that, so that some of us will be reproducing, some of us may not be reproducing, but maybe, trying to fulfill their needs, and that's important. That's very important, to make sure that our body functions and just healthily. And it's also good for our body to be able to resist those things that try and make us sick, especially those germs that we come across as we're like outside and around people who are sneezing and coughing and all that. Okay. Okay. So, there's other benefits that vitamin A can have as well. I ran across that vitamin A can help with acne, specifically with retinol and everything like that. But again, whew, it's up to you to kind of make your own determination. The things that I named before were actually scientifically proven and tested that vitamin A does those things. Okay. Alrighty. So, and before I go any further, I do want to let you guys know I'm not a doctor or a medical professional or anything. I just want to kind of let you know that. I'm studying to be an herbalist, so me learning about vitamins, minerals, and herbs really factors into me being able to eventually be able to make to learn about herbs and make remedies that agree with people who have different types of levels of health. Okay. Alrighty. So, what are the foods that we can take advantage of that is going to help us with taking care of our bones and our eyes and skin and everything like that? What's going to help? What vegetables are going to help with those? Okay. So I'm going to show you these foods, and like I was saying, you can mix and match with these foods to get vitamin A throughout your diet. If you want to find out how much in particular, what percentage of vitamin A is in these particular types of foods, then you can do further research, or you can just ask a nutritionist, or you can ask your medical doctor for more information. Okay, so the first food that I'm going to point to that is a natural source of vitamin A is going to be apricots. So most of the time when we see apricots, a lot of times apricots are going to be dried, okay? Most of the time, like when I go to the grocery store, that's what I see. As a kid, I had apricots that were dried. I think I may have had an apricot last year that was raw, but I really don't remember the taste too much. I guess it wasn't much to write home about. An apricot does look a lot like a little peach. It really does, but I don't think it tastes much like a peach, to tell you. I tell you the truth. I don't think it does. So I think an apricot has its own unique kind of taste or whatever, you know. It really didn't impress me too much with it being, you know, raw. So, yeah. I mean, if I had to eat dried apricots, I would be okay with it, but, you know, I don't know. It's not really something that I like my go-to fruit, but apricots do happen to have vitamin A in them. So if you want to utilize, you know, you want to eat them in the morning for breakfast to get your natural source of vitamin A, or anytime throughout the day, you definitely can. Okay. All right. So that's our first form of vitamin A. The next thing you can eat that is going to be a natural source of vitamin A is going to be liver. So liver is going to be something that you can eat. This is beef liver. Most people, whenever I hear people talk about eating liver, they usually eat like liver and onions or something like that. And I haven't ate that. If you guys, you know, if you guys like it and are okay with it, you can let me know in the comments. But I really don't, you know, I've never eaten it. Let me know how it tastes and what you think of it, and, you know, what restaurant you go to get your favorite liver and onions, you know. But I've never tried it. Is it good? I mean, you know, what do you think of it, you know? Yeah. So this is another source of, this is a protein you can eat to get vitamin A, okay? All right, a third food that you can eat that's a natural source of vitamin A is asparagus. So I like asparagus. I don't eat asparagus all the time, but I like asparagus. When I was a kid, it was I tried asparagus as a part of like a little, I think it was like a little, like a part of a school initiative or something, or like a little school like nutritional program or something. And I remember trying asparagus, and I really liked asparagus. So I thought it was delicious. So if I had to eat asparagus, I would enjoy it. Especially if I had like a piece of salmon to go with it or something, and some like shrimp or something. Yeah. Now I'm not sure about white asparagus, if it's gonna carry vitamin A in it or not, but I do know that your garden variety regular asparagus is going to contain vitamin A. And what's kind of crazy about this is that a lot of these things that I'm showing you don't have a unified color. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, I used to think that, you know, a thing that would have vitamin A is only going to be orange. But as you can see, these have different colors to them, which is cool. Okay, another natural source of vitamin A that you can consume is milk. So if you drink milk, then you will get a good source of vitamin A. Before you buy the milk, you can always look on the milk gallon, or the back of the carton, to find out like what percentage of vitamin A is in there. I know there's also vitamin D that can occur in milk too. It really all depends on the type of milk that you go and buy, whether it's whole milk or 1% or whatever, you know what I mean? They may have different percentages of vitamin A, and also vitamin D in it too, just from what I've seen. Another natural source of vitamin A that you can consume is broccoli. So if you eat broccoli, you're getting a great source of vitamin A. A lot of times people, you know, they boil broccoli, they steam it, they broil it, they grill it, you know. There's a lot of things you can do with broccoli. Sometimes people just eat broccoli raw as a part of like in a salad or whatever. I'm not really a fan of that, but you know, you guys can definitely do that. I usually, if I'm gonna eat broccoli, I usually will boil broccoli, or I will like steam broccoli. I think those are like really good ways to eat broccoli and stuff. But that's just my favorite. You may have a totally different way as to the way you like it. Some people may even put it in like a smoothie. It all really depends on what you want to do. Another natural source of vitamin A that you can consume is mustard greens. So mustard greens is going to be a grain that you can find at your local grocery store. It is going to have more of a squiggly kind of look to it, right? You don't want to confuse it with kale. Most of the time, your grocery store, they'll say mustard greens, and then way down from there, they're probably in the same section. They'll have like kale or something like that. Really depends on how your grocery store is set up. Where I live and the family I've grown up in, people are really a fan of greens. So especially mustard greens, and making sure we cook it like with spinach and stuff like that. It's more of a southern dish, but hey, that's just what I've grown up with in my family. So I had no idea that greens are a good source of vitamin A. I think that's cool. I think one thing about greens is important to do is make sure you don't over salt greens, because it can have too much salt in it and stuff and things like that. You know what I mean? So you may want to kind of reduce the salt or something like that you put in it. But by and large, cooking greens, greens are good for you. Very good for you. So this is another source of vitamin A that you can consume. All right, another source of vitamin A is going to be cantaloupe. I've tried cantaloupe a couple of times. It's not my favorite fruit, but if I had to eat it, I would. I'm sure there's some people out there who love cantaloupe and they can't get enough of it. But it's not my favorite thing. I think if it was sweeter, then I would like it more. But for those of you who like cantaloupe, just know that you're getting a good source of vitamin A from it, and you probably had no idea. Another source of vitamin A is pumpkin. So pumpkins are not just for decorating for Halloween. You can also use pumpkins to make, you can make food out of it. A lot of times you'll see pumpkins used to make pumpkin pie and things. And some people even, use pumpkin. I think they use it to make, I've heard about pumpkin lasagna, which I had it once. It was pretty good. I really liked it. I haven't found it anywhere since, but I think it was pretty good. It was delicious, and I thought it was great. So if you like eating pumpkin, or you wondered if you should even try eating pumpkin, it's a great source of vitamin A for you to add into your diet should you want to. Another great source of vitamin A is carrots. So most people with carrots, they eat carrots raw most of the time. You can eat carrots grilled, you can eat them baked or broiled, or however you like to eat carrots. They are a great source of vitamin A. A lot of the time, when you eat carrots, some people eat them with like ranch or something, and of course you have like your celery and everything like that that you can have with them and stuff. But it's okay to incorporate carrots into your diet. That's good. Okay, it's good. Another great source of vitamin A that's natural to your diet is spinach. So I talked about spinach earlier when I was talking about my family and them cooking greens, right? So spinach has vitamin A in it. You can eat spinach raw. If you get it from the store, you want to make sure you wash it before you end up cooking it or whatever. But it's a great source of vitamin A. You can boil spinach. You can steam spinach. You can use spinach in different dishes if you want to, or whatever, and things like that. In my family, we cook spinach and eggs and stuff, and that's like something we make in my family and everything. But yeah, spinach is a great source of vitamin A that you can consume and stuff like that. And I don't think you can go wrong with spinach. I think it's pretty cool. All right, another natural source of vitamin A, which I was kind of surprised about, is eggs. So I like to eat eggs in the morning, specifically boiled eggs. And I had no idea that there was vitamin A in the boiled eggs. Okay, I had no idea. If you ask me whether there's more vitamin A in the yolk or the egg yolk, I don't know. I'm not really sure. You know, as long as you're eating eggs, you're going to be getting vitamin A as far as I'm concerned. If you want to get kind of technical, you can ask a nutritionist or you can just do research on eggs and stuff. And I'm not sure whether like a brown egg is going to have more vitamin A than say like a white egg or even a blue egg, you know what I mean? There's different types of eggs out there that have like different types of taste and stuff like that. I don't think I think the blue egg is okay, but I prefer like a white egg personally. I just think white egg is okay. A brown egg is cool too, I guess. You know. Another great source of vitamin A that you can consume is winter squash. So I just learned about winter squash. So winter squash, there's different types of winter squash here. There is I think that's a pie pumpkin squash, a carnival squash, a sweet dumpling squash, a kabocha squash, a butternut squash, a blue Hubbard squash, a spaghetti squash, a acorn squash, a red curry squash, and a delicata squash. So these are all winter squashes that you can incorporate into your diet, and these are going to be a great source of vitamin A. The ones I've seen in my local grocery store have been the butternut squash, and I believe I saw the kabocha squash and the spaghetti squash in my local grocery store and things like that. If you go to like a farmer's market, you may find all of these. I don't think I've ever seen this or this. I've seen this one though, but never this one or that one. So yeah, just thought I would kind of add my little 2 cents in with that. Another great source of vitamin A that you can consume is called raw. So it's called endive. So if you eat raw endives, endives I believe is a sort of lettuce. So if you eat this particular endive lettuce, then what will happen is that you will get a great source of vitamin A. If you want to know how to like cook it or something, I mean, you can always like look it up on YouTube or Google it or whatever. But yeah. Another great source of vitamin A that you can consume is sweet potatoes. So some of us out here may not like sweet potatoes, and that's okay. I love sweet potatoes. I love to make a baked sweet potato. The only thing about making a baked sweet potato is it takes forever to cook it in the oven. Some people can, put it in the microwave and cook it that way. But I prefer to bake it and things. It might take like an hour and a half to cook it, but once the sweet potato comes out and stuff, it's just delicious. It's so delicious. It's making me want to go and buy a sweet potato. It's just so delicious and stuff. I like to cut the sweet potato in half and put butter and cinnamon and sugar and stuff and mix it up. I just love that. It's so delicious. You can always boil sweet potatoes if you want to. The only thing about sweet potatoes when it comes to cutting them things is it can be dangerous to cut them because of how hard they are to cut through. That's why I prefer to just bake it, because if I'm baking it, it'll eventually get soft on the inside. And then by the time I take it out of the oven, and let it cool and things like that, and put my butter and sugar and cinnamon in it, I'm ready to eat it. So it's delicious. Okay, another great source of vitamin A is going to be kale. So I had no idea that kale was a great source of vitamin A. Now I know how you guys are going to say, didn't you just show me that just a moment ago? No, I didn't just show you that a moment ago. I did not show you that. So this is kale, okay? And then we have mustard greens. So mustard greens and kale do look similar. They do, okay? If you're trying to make sure you get kale rather than mustard greens, just make sure when you go to your local grocery store, you know, a lot of times like mustard greens are going to be in a bunch, and then you can look at the little tag and it'll say mustard greens as opposed to kale. I think they look different. I think mustard greens is more it's more of a more vibrant color, like a lighter green, whereas kale is more like a darker green, okay? And you can kind of see it from this picture that kale is darker as opposed to mustard greens are going to be that lighter color, okay? And with kale, you can boil kale if you want to. Some people can put kale in your salad or whatever and things. I prefer to just boil kale. I think it's better that way. And it's you know, everybody has a preference, but you know, it's cool to know kale's another great source of vitamin A. Another great source of vitamin A that you can consume is tomatoes. Who doesn't love tomatoes? Well, some of us may not like tomatoes. You may have a specific type of tomato that you like. But tomatoes are a great source of vitamin A. I mean, you can do a lot with tomatoes. Tomatoes, you know, you can use tomatoes to make a sauce. You know, most of the time you would use them to make, like, you can make pasta sauce, you can make pizza sauce out of tomatoes. You know, you can just eat tomatoes as a part of a salad if you want to. Some people eat, you know, green tomatoes right off their tomato plant. Sometimes people eat fried green tomatoes, you know. It really all depends on how you want to eat your tomatoes. You know, you can have the tomatoes in your pasta, you know. It all really depends on what you want to do, but tomatoes do have a great source of vitamin A inside of them. Another great source of vitamin A that you guys can consume is called leaf lettuce. Who's as shocked as I was? Maybe you're not. Anyway, leaf lettuce is a good way to get vitamin A in your diet. So if you're going to be having a salad, right? You know, you can make a salad with, you know, you get some green leaf lettuce, you get, you know, let's say you get some tomatoes, right? And, you know, you're basically, you know, that's your salad if you want. Now you can also add spinach. That's more vitamin A in there, you know. If you want, you can add, you know, your eggs if you want to add your boiled eggs. That's more vitamin A. You know, see, we're creating a salad. Isn't that cool? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's awesome. Okay, so, you know, different things that you'd find in your salad, the ones that you make at home, has vitamin A in them, and that's just really cool. Okay, real cool. Another great source of, you guys may be asking, do I like lettuce? Yeah, I like lettuce. I think lettuce is pretty cool to eat. I know lettuce has water in it, so that can be really good to get like water in your diet. You also want to make sure you drink water. I know some of us may not like to drink water, but you know, you can get those like little infused like packets at the store to infuse your water and things like that. You can add fruit to your water to make it taste better. It all really depends on what you like. All right, another natural form of vitamin A that you can eat to get more vitamin A in your diet is my so just shocking one, which is watermelon. Actual watermelon, okay? So if you like watermelon, you are getting vitamin A in your diet. Who's shocked about that? I had no idea that watermelon had vitamin A. No idea. This is like my first time learning that it's like has vitamin A in it, and that's freaking cool. And watermelon is really awesome because it's a great snack to have during the summertime when it's really hot and stuff. And you know, watermelon has a lot of, you know, juices in it, and that helps to hydrate you, which is really great. It's real great. So, yay watermelon. Yay watermelon. Okay, another great source of vitamin A that you can consume in the form of a food. Oops. Oh, that was my last one. Oh, wow. So watermelon was my last form of vitamin A that you can consume. So I'm going to run back through, just name the foods that have vitamin A in them. So if you want to get more vitamin A in your diet, but you don't just, you want to, instead of taking a vitamin A pill, or maybe you can't find your chosen vitamin A pill at the store, some of the forms of vitamin A, or some of the foods you can eat to consume vitamin A, are going to be apricots, liver, asparagus, milk, broccoli, mustard greens, cantaloupe, pumpkin, carrots, spinach, eggs, winter squashes, raw endives, sweet potatoes, kale, tomatoes, leaf lettuce, and our oh so favorite watermelon. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's been super helpful for you. I'm super tired, but I wanted to make this video just in case there are those of you out there who wanted to start getting more natural sources of vitamin A in your diet, and you were a little clueless about what kind of foods that you would eat to get more vitamin A. So I hope this has been helpful. Let me know in the comments what your favorite, so which one of these fruits and vegetables is your favorite ones to eat. Do you like watermelon? Do you like spinach? Do you like kale? Which one of these fruits and vegetables do you like to eat the most? And were you surprised to find out that a fruit or vegetable that you liked had vitamin A in it? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it's been super helpful. I plan on making more videos like this as well, to talk about other natural foods that have vitamins within them as well. So once I get done with the sections in my book, well, my next section in my book, I think it's like vitamin C. So once I get done with that, or is it vitamin B? I don't know. But once I get done with my next section in my book, then I'll go ahead and make another video for you guys. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it's been super helpful. And thank you for watching. And if you like this video, like it. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.